Let's be real. Memorizing huge lists of vocabulary words is, well, it's not the fastest way to start talking. So if you want to speak English like today, you need the right tools. Think of this as your starter kit. The 20 most important sentences that are going to be the foundation for every real confident conversation you have. And listen, the whole point here is to speak. It's not a memory test. These sentences, they're your launchpad for actually connecting with people. So are you ready to take that first step? All right, let's do this. All right, first step, the one and only universal conversation starter. Hello, how are you? It's more than just asking a question, you know? In English, it's often just a really friendly way of saying, hey, I see you, and I'm open to chatting. This is the key that unlocks almost any conversational door. And what's the natural reply? I'm fine, thank you. It's simple, it's direct, and that little thank you on the end, that part's actually super important. It shows you're polite, and it keeps the whole vibe of the conversation warm and friendly. It's the perfect match for the last phrase. This is your go-to greeting for any time before noon. And you want to know the best part? It's a super simple swap. You just say good afternoon after 12 p.m. and good evening later in the day. See? It's one simple pattern, but you can use it 3 different ways. So powerful. Okay, so we've moved past just saying hi, and now we're actually connecting with someone. What's your name? This is the first, most basic question you can ask to turn a total stranger into someone you know. It really shows you're interested in them. And your response is just as easy. Come on, try it with me right now, wherever you are. Say it out loud. My name is, and then say your name. That's it. You just took the first step to introducing yourself with total confidence. So after you've both said your names, this is the perfect thing to say next. Nice to meet you. It kind of closes that first little loop. It signals that, hey, we've made a connection and I'm happy about it. It's a small phrase that does a whole lot of work socially. You know, people are just naturally curious. Asking where are you from is a great way to start to understand someone's story a little better and maybe even find something you have in common. It's like an invitation for them to share a little bit about themselves. Okay, so introductions, we've got those covered. But what happens when you actually need something? This phrase is your magic key. Excuse me. Seriously, think of it as your polite little Swiss Army knife. It gets someone's attention, helps you get through a crowd, and can even work as a quick little apology. So once you've said, excuse me, to get their attention, this is what you follow up with. Can you help me? It's so clear, so direct, there's just no confusion about what you need. Doesn't matter what country you're in, everyone understands this one. Feeling lost in a new place can be a little scary, right? But this one sentence can solve that problem instantly. Don't ever be afraid to ask, can you show me the way? Trust me, most people are actually happy to stop and help point you in the right direction. It shows you're smart, not weak. Oh, this phrase is your absolute best friend when you're out shopping. Before you buy anything, from a bottle of water to a souvenir, this simple question, how much is this, gives you all the control. It's probably the most important question you can ask before making any purchase. Now, pay attention to the structure here. Can I borrow your? It's like a magic formula for 1,000 different situations. You can just swap in other words like charger, menu, umbrella, literally anything you need. It's one of the most useful sentence structures you can possibly learn. This sentence right here is one of the most powerful tools for any language learner. Please never, ever feel shy or embarrassed about saying this. It shows that you're actually paying attention and that you care about understanding things correctly. It's the sign of a good communicator. As we get into our last few phrases, let's just pause and remember this. Learning English should be fun. Seriously, if it feels like a chore, you're not going to stick with it. So you have to celebrate every little win, because every single sentence you learn and actually use is a huge step forward. All right, let's talk about some easy ways to start a casual chat, what we call small talk. The weather is the ultimate safe topic. It doesn't matter if it's sunny or raining, just commenting, the weather is nice today, can open up a friendly little conversation with pretty much anyone. This is how you share a little piece of who you are. So, what do you like? Think about it for a second. I like watching movies. I like listening to music. This simple sentence is a bridge that helps you find things in common with people and build real friendships. This is a really common question once you get past the first few hellos. In a lot of Western cultures, asking, what do you do, is a totally normal way to understand a person's life a bit better. It's usually asking about their job or what they're studying. Of course, every conversation has to come to an end. See you later is such a great casual way to say goodbye because it doesn't sound too final. It's friendly, everybody says it, and it kind of suggests that you hope to see them again soon. Here's a really lovely, polite way to end any conversation. It's not just a goodbye, it's like a small gift. You're genuinely wishing that the other person has a wonderful day. It always leaves people with a really positive feeling. Take care is another warm and caring way to say goodbye. It feels a little more personal than have a good day, so it's perfect for ending conversations with friends, family, or people you work with who you know pretty well. And our final phrase is for when you're playing the host. When someone is leaving your home or maybe an event that you planned, saying thanks for coming is just the perfect, polite way to show them you appreciate that they spent their time with you. Okay, but all this is just information unless you take action. So here is your challenge. Don't try to learn all 20 at once. That's crazy. Just pick one. Say it out loud 5 times right now. Then find a way, anyway, to use it in a real conversation today. That's how you'll actually make progress. So we've given you the tools to say hello, to ask for help, and to have a simple chat. The very next step, that's all you. Which sentence are you going to choose to start your journey? Pick one, say it out loud, and start speaking English with confidence, starting right now.